Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to review the Ichimoku. We are going to review how it works, how can its line be calculated, and mainly which is the most used trade setup. On this chart we can see the main lines of the Ichimoku. Mainly the red line is a Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen the blue line. If we search information about this setup, we will see that one is a fast moving average and the other is a slow moving average. So the classic setup is looking for crossovers of both lines. Then we use another two lines and the area between them creates this cloud that is used as support or resistance. So mainly we look for crossovers and we look for long signals above the cloud or short signals below the cloud. On this example, this is a down close but with the cloud against the trade. So this is a low rated trade setup. This one it is an upside crossover, so this is and with close support, so this is high rated trade setup. The cloud is always acting as support or resistance. We are interested in using it as a support for our trade. This is a short trade with the cloud as support, and usually we place the stop on the other side of the support, and we can see that on this example we even get a retest of the cloud to finally have a good profit. This signal is against the trade, against the cloud, and this long signal may be a losing trade. On this day we can see that we only have one signal, this one, a crossover to the downside with the cloud as support. So this is a high rated trade setup. This is a short signal, crossover to the downside but against the cloud, so low rated, and then finally a crossover to the upside but with not a much better result. So now let's see how to create the lines. On most of Ichimoku's setups we talk about moving average of 9 and 26. So the blue line has a period of 26 and the red line a period of 9. The selection of those periods is mostly because it was used on daily charts and 26 was the number of working days on Japan market including Saturdays, so that remains as default. And then the fast moving average is the most approximate multiple of 3. And the cloud is also created by moving by the same logic but using the double twice the period. We can change those periods to try to find a better configuration because we are not using daily charts. If we want to check the original configuration on daily chart. This is the Standard & Poor's on a daily chart, where it is most logic to use the original settings. Maybe we need to change the 26 by the real number of day sessions in a month. Instead of 26, maybe 22 or 20. And then use a fast moving average, the closest number divided by 3. And for the cloud, twice the period of the blue line. If we look at the performance on a daily chart on Standard & Poor's, we can see that the number of signals is low. Here we have a long signal on November of last year. It is long above the cloud, so it is working good. We try to avoid the trades inside the cloud. Here we have another crossover to the upside above the cloud, so this is a high rated trade setup. Another one. This last one is a small winner. This crossover to the upside is against the cloud, so it is low rated. Here we have a high rated signal, but it is not working, maybe a break even or a loser. And before that, we have this crossover to the upside, a long signal above the cloud, and even we have a retest 2 days later with a very good profit. This signal was on October 2015. As we can see, there are very few signals. The last one, this long, happened on November 17. Now we are currently on January 3rd. But let's go back to something faster. The fact that the setup was defined on a different time frame, on a daily chart, is not a reason to not use it on a different time frame. It is possible that we need to optimize the moving average lines. These lines are not exactly standard moving average. They are not SMAs or exponential moving average. If, for example, we try to replicate the blue line, we can try with a simple moving average of 26. And if we make the line very thick, so we can compare the two lines, we can see that they are not close. These lines are not moving average, but medians. The median line is the middle line on a Donchian channel. So let's add a Donchian channel of period 26. And as we can see, a Donchian shows the higher high of the last 26, or whatever we define as period number of bars. So we have the higher high on the upper line, and then it follows each pivot translated to the right 26 bars. The same for the lower line. This is the lower low on the last 26 bars. Then the line that we need, the median line, is the average between two lines. So now we can hide the high and low lines, The Donchian channel is very useful to detect breakouts or high and low pivots, but on this case we are only interested on the median line, so we can hide the upper and lower line of the Donchian. So we make them transparent, and we use only the median in dot plot style, so we can see if they overlap with the original Ichimoku line, and as we can see they match. So we can define that the Kijun-sen is just a simple median line of period 26. We can create it with a simple Donchian. So we can suppose that also the red line, the Tenkan-sen, can be created with a Donchian channel of 9. So let's add another Donchian with 9 bars, and again we can see that both lines are matching. If we put them on a separate panel, we can see what we get with Ichimoku and with the middle line of a Donchian channel. This means that we can calculate the signals. The signals are the crossovers between these two lines. So if we have a tool like, for example, Markers Plus, then we can copy both lines, the median of the Donchian channel with a fast period and the same with a slow period, and we can calculate the crossover of both lines. Then we only need to filter those signals in relation to the position with the cloud. We don't want a crossover to the downside over the cloud. This signal, for example, is a down close with cloud support, so it should be high rated even if it is not working. On this example, we have an upside crossover, so now we need to define what is the cloud. As we saw, the cloud is also a moving average, but instead of using moving average, using again a Donchian. So let's try adding another Donchian, now with the biggest period. As we saw on Ichimoku, we use 9, 26 and 52. So if we add a 52, then we get this dotted line, which seems like not matching with the cloud. But if we look at the cloud, we can see that it is displaced to the right. So we need to do the same with the Donchian. So if we go again to the indicator, all indicators have a displacement parameter, and here we must displace the Donchian the half of the size of the period. So we move it 26 bars to the right, and now we can see that this line now matches with one of the sides of the cloud. The other side of the cloud is a little more complicated because it is the average between the first two lines and also displaced 26 bars to the right. Let's make an example. Here we have a cross, so the average between two lines is in the middle of the cross. And if we draw a line all in the middle between the two lines, then displace that line to the right 26 bars, then we get the other side of the cloud. This is not so easy to calculate with standard tools. For that we need a custom indicator like the Ichimoku. With this indicator, let's remove all the additional lines. With the custom Ichimoku indicator we can set the three main periods of the medians lines and also select the color of the signals, define if we want to paint or not weak and strong signals. The strong signals are those that have the cloud as support. The weak signals are those that have it against the trade. We can also set audio alerts for up and down signals, weak or strong, and also we can send emails. This is available for Ninjatrader 7 and Ninjatrader 8. So we get painted signals against the trade, against the cloud, and also in favor of the cloud, with cloud as support. For example, this signal is against the cloud and the other is in the same direction. So if we avoid painting all the signals, we don't get neither triangles or arrows. Painting all the wicks, we get the triangles, and only the strong signals, we get the arrows. We can specify the color of strong and weak signals, so we can use markers to automate these signals. And we can also specify emails, assuming our setup is slow enough to give us time to reach our computer to take a decision. Hope this tutorial has been useful for you, as we saw another method of creating a moving average. And if you have any question or comment, please post below this video. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.